This is the TWIST-A-TRONIX 5000. It's not really the 5000, I made that part up. But this is the TWIST-A-TRONIX from Axtell Expressions. This happy little device is the transmitter box to make your TWIST-A-TRONIX work. On and off switch down here, down for off, up for on. This button right here makes his mouth move, and this little dial on the back makes his head turn. So just holding the box naturally like this, you can get all the range of motion from your balloon character. There's also a little compartment up here on top where you can put glitter or balloons or whatever you want to mask the use of the box. So you can have this as your little balloon box with magic balloons in it. Take out a balloon, add a piece to the sculpture, and suddenly it comes to life. Or pull out some magic glitter or little poof balls, and poof, your balloon's animated. So now I'm going to show you how to make a really great versatile head base for the TWIST-A-TRONIX. It also works with the Twist and Talk, but I'm using the TWIST-A-TRONIX because it's so stinking cool. It's sorry. To start, you're going to need 3 6-inch heart balloons, like this one. You're going to blow each one up all the way, and then shrink it back until it's round, like that. So this way it's got lots of squish and lots of give. You're going to want 2 that are the same color. Those are going to be the eyes of your character. And then 1 that's whatever the skin tone of the character is going to be, or the fur, because this is going to be the back of the head. So we start by tying 2 of those hearts together tightly. Make sure the knots of the balloons, when you tie them, are caught in the knot when you actually tie them together, because you want a good tight lock there. Then take the 3rd balloon and tie that in there as well. And everything's got to be really, really super tight. Like that. Next, I'm going to squeeze the air back into the lobes of the heart. Squeeze the air into one lobe, whichever lobe you like better. It's all right to play favorites. At the very peak of the lobe, right here at the center of its round goodness, you're going to twist a small bubble. The smaller the better. Like that. Grab another heart. Same thing, squish the air into the lobe and twist a little bubble right there. I'm going to lock those 2 bubbles together. I'm going to push one of those 2 bubbles between the 2 balloons to really lock it up, because we're going to put a lot of pressure on these 3 balloons. Twist a bubble here. I'm going to grab the 3rd heart. Same thing right there at the peak of the lobe. Twist off a nice small bubble. Smaller the better. All right. Like that. Lock those 2 together. And again, run one of them between the 2 balloons so it can't escape. And now, the last 2 lobes. Same thing. A little bubble here. A little bubble there. And lock them together. Now we start filling it out. So once these are all tightly attached to each other, I'm going to snip off the nozzles. So it should look just like this. Remember, always tie the nozzles first before you lock the lobes. Otherwise, you have a sloppy fit at the top. That's bad. Next, a blush 260. I'm going to make a little pinch twist here. That pinch twist is going to lock to these 2 bubbles. Side of the head. Remember, these are the eyes. That's the back of the head. So we're here on the side of the head. I'm going to bring this around the back to here. So it's not cutting across the bottom. It's not making a big wide loop. It's fitting snugly across the heart, but it's following the curve just like that. Make a twist right there, right where that's going to connect to these 2 little bubbles. Then I'll make a small pinch twist and lock that on there. viola. Now we're going to come across these two hearts to this pinch twist here. I'm going to squeeze the balloon first and make it really, really soft. If you don't make it really soft, you're going to be really, really sorry in a couple of minutes. Trust me. Squeeze it, make it really soft. Come across here, we're not attaching to these two bubbles, we're just wrapping across. So, fairly snug. And make a twist and lock this to this pinch twist here, the first one we made. It's okay if that slips off the front of the face right now. We'll get it back. Snap off and discard the rest of the balloon and tie off the end. So now we're here. Next, another blush 260. I'm going to make a nice, big, juicy pinch twist right there. I'm going to snap this off. I'm going to save it because I'm going to do some detailing later that'll actually need this piece. So I'm going to tie the ends. So I just have that one pinch twist, and I've got pretty good tail ends attached to it. That's important. Set that here for right now. This large loop that goes around the front of the face, I'm going to fold that together. I'm going to find the center of that bubble right there. Squeeze it, and now I want to twist off a tiny, tiny, tiny sidewall bubble on this balloon. The smaller, the better. Like really, you want something microscopic here. Like that. See that tiny little bubble right there? That's the one. Hang on to it tight. Don't let go. We're going to tie this around that little bubble. Tie it tight, wrap it around a couple times. Make sure it is secure so you don't lose that little sidewall bubble that you made. Like that. He ain't going nowhere. Now I'm going to roll the sidewall bubble so it's on the inside of this triangle. Like that. So now it's down here instead of up here. Now, take the two ends here and we're going to tie those snugly to these two bubbles here to bring this in against the face and position the nose. Grab these here, pull them in nice and tight, wrap it around a couple times, tie a knot, we've successfully positioned the nose for our character. All right. Next, we're going to take a Mocha 260, or in this case, whatever color is going to match your character. For this one, we're using Mocha. Stay. Mocha 260, and I'm going to make just a super, super squishy, soft bubble, about 1.5 inches or so, like that. This needs to be super squishy because this is going to be the connector from the top of the head down to the jaw. You want it soft so it's mobile, so it's easier for it to move around. If it's tight, it's going to jam up. Magic. Lock this twist to this pinch twist on the side of the character's head. So this hangs down underneath, and that's where we're going to attach the lower jaw later on. This piece is going to come up between the side of the head, or the back of the head, and the eye, to right here at the top. So I'll wrap that in there, get a good measurement. So I want it to be a bubble that goes right to the center of the top of the head. Right there. Maybe even just a little farther, like just a centimeter or two past that little bit right there. Then a small pinch twist, like that. The pinch twist is going to go in here and out here. So way down, go between the mocha and the yellow, this side and out between the mocha and the other yellow on the other side. So that bubble is going to help to position these two bubbles to make the eyelids for our character. Now I'm going to bring this down, same thing, I'm going to wrap between these two bubbles down to here, do a little squeeze, give it just a little extra space to come down here and attach. Like that. Now on this side, I'm going to do the same thing I did here. I'm going to squish this, make it extra super soft, make a bubble the same length as this one that we started out with, and then, zoom, break off and tie off, so we're here. To add the eyes, I'm going to take a Tropical Teal 260, because I like saying tropical teal. 2 small bubbles, really small. These are about 1/2 inch maybe. I know I'm switching back between metric and it's going to mess you guys up. It's awesome. It's just because I'm mean like that. 2 really small bubbles like this. I'm going to tie the nozzle. I'm going to wrap the nozzle around there, run it between these 2 bubbles, and then actually tie a knot because I want them really, really firmly together. Like that. Now I'll grab each one and twist them in opposite directions, thus creating Siamese pinch twists. Oh. After the 2 pinch twists, I'm going to squish some air out of this, so I've got a little uninflated portion, about 1/2 inch or so, just like that. And now, about a 1 inch bubble, twist that off, and tie it off. So what I've created here, I've got 2 small pinch twists side by side, a small uninflated portion, and then a slightly larger pinch twist. So to attach this, I'm going to take the larger pinch twist, push it between the 2 hearts that are the eyes of my character, all the way into this open cavity in the center of the hearts. Ooh. And that puts my eyes right where I want them. And they're actually adjustable. You can move them up higher, move them down lower. It's a nice way to secure the eyes in there that makes it very posable and adjustable depending on the character you want to create.